Hello.
Hi, David.
How are you?
Good, good. How are you doing?
Good, good.
So our sniper trades, they didn't really hit off too well, right? But Apple, at least we didn't lose any money in Apple.
Yeah, we actually we got out a little early in Apple. Um we should have closed. Hey Joe, how are
Hi,
you?
how you doing?
What we should have done is close half of the position in Apple and then held the other
Oh, okay, yeah.
yeah, till about the end of the day.
Uh,
But no big deal. The others will hold. Will hold.
okay.
Yeah, until perhaps Wednesday. We've got some news coming out on them.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, so we got out of Apple. We got out of Apple right in this area, right in here is where we got out of Apple.
Okay.
Yeah, and
How
because
many minute chart is that?
that's the 5 minute.
Oh, okay. So, oh, it went quite up then, didn't it?
Yeah. It jumped up. It's just with the way the market is right now.
Uh-huh.
It's just risky, you know.
Yeah, no, I understand.
Yeah, the market opened down for early morning. The Dow finished down right here, but 36 points. The Nasdaq was up, S&P was up for the day, but yeah, whenever the market opens down like this, puts a lot of pressure. It's going to put pressure. This is where it opened. See here,
Yeah.
this gap down here. So it
Mhm.
recovered nicely. I was concerned about right in this area in here where we get that sell signal. So
Oh, that's when we sold, is when we got the sell signal?
yeah, right in this area, a little before when this purple support and resistance came in, right in this area here.
Okay.
Yeah, and sometimes we let it, even if we get a sell signal, we might let it run if the market is strong. Okay, and we've got more data coming out, but this was just risky. What we could have done was just taken half off,
Yeah.
right? Take profit and then let the rest run. But that's fine. That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. So we should be totally out of it. So we should be totally out of Apple.
Okay.
Yeah. So on Mondays, what we want to do is we want to kind of open the floor for Q&A, for just questions and answers, anything that you guys want to talk about, whether it's the systems, the markets. Hey, Kim.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, good. How are you?
All right.
So anything at all. So you guys just, just open it up with anything you want to talk about.
I thought the market continuation today on the Nasdaq and the S&P was pretty good. I was able to step in and pick up a few spider call options first thing this morning.
Okay.
And I got those 443s, picked them up for $1.40, and they were as low as $1.24. But I was looking at both the 240 minute, and I was looking at the I have another chart I was looking at, which is 5-minute chart, and I thought that was a good entry, and it turned out pretty good. And because I was able to get in those and picked up 350 contracts at $1.40. So I sold 125 of them at 350. Sold another 125 at $4, and I sold the remaining 100 at 370. And but it just kept going. It ran up to 451, and the close was 413. But they expired today.
That's on the spiders.
On the spiders, yeah. So you see that little tick up, those last two candles right there, yeah.
So we'll do this here. We'll pull up the spiders here.
Yeah.
So guys, the spiders is basically that's the ETF for the S&P is what Kim is talking about. here.
Yeah.
So-
And by the way, guys, you would have gotten the same results on buying the S&P 500, the SPX.
Mhm. So you got in where on the spiders?
I got in this morning at exactly, here, I'll tell you exactly what time it was. 1 month, 60-minute chart.
What
I got
price? What price?
Yeah, I got in at a price, I got the 443s and I got in at $1.40 and it was exactly right around about 10:30.
Okay, that's pretty good timing.
Yeah,
And when do they expire?
they expired today. I'm out of them already.
You're out of them?
Yeah,
Okay.
because remember, guys, when you trade the spiders and the Qs, they have options that expire on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. They have ones that expire the third Friday of every month. They have one that expire at the end of the month, and they have one that expire at the end of the quarter. So you have all those different choices of which ones that you can trade if you're trading the options on the on that index.
Oh yeah, nice moving the S&P. This is basically here on the index.
Hey, David, can you put it on your 240-minute chart?
Yes, let's see here.
Yeah, that's a little bit better picture that you guys can see how kind of solid we've had a little bit of a sell-off back on like the 9th and the 8th of October, but for the most part you can see that we're going right back up again, and we may go back up and we may test that high again.
We actually have a buy signal on the 240. We don't on the daily, but on the 240, we've got a buy signal. So we got a buy signal right at this resistance here. So it looks good to keep going higher. Here's the all-time high here.
Yeah.
Here's the all-time high right here.
You know what else too I noticed, David? It's been more difficult trying to short the general indices for the past maybe 4 or 5 months. It's been harder to short them than it has been to go long.
Okay, so let's go over that. There are 2 things happening when you look to go short or get puts. Okay, you have to understand that the institutions really, when we trade, we really want to follow what they're doing. So just like we follow accumulation, the uptrend, the markup phase and reaccumulation and all of that. Ideally, that's long is where we want to be trading, really long. We don't want to go short. And the reason we can, but ideally we want to go long. You have to understand when in order to make money on puts, they've got to make a drastic move to the downside. So that's what Kim is saying, right? So in order for your puts, okay, to be profitable, you've got to have a trend to the downside. So if you take a look at the S&P here, and that's what he's been saying, right? Every time you get puts, guess what? Because this is in an uptrend right here, let's draw this. Let's draw a trend line. So let's say we've got some selling coming in, 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 and we try to get puts. Guess what? We're going against the trend. Okay, so yes, your puts might become profitable, But that might happen for just perhaps a couple of days. And guess
Yeah.
what? And that's probably what you've been finding, right, Kim?
Yeah, it's been really hard to make money
Yeah.
on puts. Yeah.
Yeah. So what in order to make money on puts, right, you have to have a downward trend. Okay. So you want to have right here, see here, we want to be buying. Okay. So here's the pullback, 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 bounce, pullback, bounce, pullback, bounce, pullback, bounce. And here, same here too, pullback. And now we're bouncing right back up. Okay. The reverse. So if we were to flip this chart around, right? If we were to get puts here, we're going to be kicked out, literally kicked out of the trade every single time. That's why puts will not work. Okay. Now, if we, let me find something that's in a downward trend. Let's see here. Okay. I'll go here. Okay. So in order to get puts, we want to be on the, what side? What side of the trade do we want to be? If we want to,
The short side,
which is called what?
downtrend.
Yeah, distribution or markdown, right?
Yep.
Okay, so follow me for a second. So you've been trying to short it on an uptrend. That's why, trying to short an uptrend. If we're going to short it, we want to short it on the downtrend. So we want to get out from the markup phase, get into distribution, mark down, okay, mark down phase, and that's when we want to get puts when it's turned. Okay, if we do this, you can do this, you can take a chance here, but just know that that's risky, right? The only way it would, this is distribution, but guess what? You would have to continue to break support, redistribution for your puts to become profitable. Okay. And keep in mind that in order for your puts to become profitable, it's a bit different than calls. It has to go down quite drastically. Okay, it really has to move to the downside. Not so much with your calls, and I don't know why that is, but for puts, it really has to move for those puts, even if you're in the money. Okay, now in a downward trend, yeah, you will get that behind you. Yeah, absolutely. If it's in a downward trend, right? So if the market was in a downward trend and you get in these moves to the downside, yes, your puts would be profitable. So if you get into puts, and we'll do it from time to time with Sniper Trader, but it's just a hedge, right? So if we were going to get puts, right? Puts here, knowing that we're in an upward trend, so we should be getting calls. We could hedge just in case things go to the downside. We could hedge it with puts, but the real money is to the long side. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's why, Kim. That's why your puts have been tough, because it's in an upward trend, and you don't have it. We don't have enough. It's not trending down enough for those puts to become for you to really make any money on those.
Now, can you bring up a chart on the either the NDX or the NASDAQ?
The NASDAQ.
Got it right there. There you go. That's a little bit more volatility, but still the trend is still up.
Yes, the trend is still up. Yes. So yes, you have more volatility in here, right? So you might have done a little better, but the trend is, if we draw a trend line. So just keep in mind, here's the trend line, still nice upward trend line. Okay, not as nice as the Dow, right? Not as smooth as the Dow, but still an upward trend line. Not as smooth as the S&P. Okay, but still moving, following the upward trend line here. Okay, so if we do puts, it's just a hedge. It's just a hedge because you could hedge it here. You could have some calls. You know, let's say you have two, and we'll do this from time to time with Sniper Trader, where we might have 2 or 3 calls, okay, and then 1 put, just in case if the market is doing this here. If the market is like this, if the market is really doing this, once this recover and we get a buy signal, we'll stay away from puts. Totally stay away from puts. Once we get a buy signal on the indexes, we'll stay away from puts, unless it's a special situation where the stock itself is just bearish, right? And then there's bad news coming on that stock, coming out on that stock, okay? And they're dumping that, you know, the shares of that stock. Then yes, then we'll look to get puts. But if the market, the real money will be made to the upside. Yeah, absolutely. Anything else?
Can you bring up a chart on? I know this is not about cryptocurrency today.
Oh yeah, it doesn't matter. Anything. Yeah.
Can you bring up a chart on a Bitcoin? I think we're getting real close to testing those highs again.
Okay, so here's the daily on Bitcoin here. And then we can look at the 240. So we were looking at the 60,000 range. So let's see here.
Isn't there some news coming out, like tomorrow Bitcoin is going to hit an ETF or something like that? It's going to be part of that. There was I only read headlines. I haven't read articles today, but I saw some tomorrow.
Yeah, they were talking about that, but I don't think they've gotten it approved yet through the CFTC, Commodity Futures Trade Commission, and that's who has to approve that, and then it's approved by the Security and Exchange Commission. But I don't think they've got that approved yet.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I was just anticipating maybe that news might send it up too, you know, when it does get approved.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's getting real close though, guys, to getting near the all-time highs.
You know, we've been talking about this, that Bitcoin will get through, definitely get through this mark here. So the big resistance was 60,000, and so it's gotten past that. I don't consider this resistance here, which is 63,000. So it's right at 62,000 now. So yeah, there's nothing in front of it. Think of resistance as a wall, right? As a wall to prevent price from moving higher. So after 63,000, there's nothing above to keep it down, and that's what traders are looking at. So once it breaks, and it's basically, I would say it's done. It based on the price action we're looking at here, it's really strong. And if I was a betting man, I would bet that it will definitely move higher and then consolidate somewhere. So I think 65, even 70 might be in not far, unless something crazy happens. If we take a look at the 4-hour chart on Bitcoin here, that's just really good price action, right? So here was our buy signal. The buy signal came in at 45. We got in right at 49 on this reaccumulation phase. And if you look here, this is a good example of reaccumulation, right? So we got in here, right? This here was risky, right? But this here was confirmation. Okay, so that's why here was a because we didn't want this to happen here. So here was the real confirmation. Here, break off this resistance, and then here we could have added more here, added more here, and then look to add more here. Okay, so if you're brave enough, if you're brave, you could add on this reversal here, on this next candle here, on a pullback here to this moving average near support, white consolidating candle, and then a green candle, and now we're moving higher.
But you don't know if that white candle is going to turn into a sell signal, right?
Yeah. So so we wait for the white candle, and then the next candle, we want a bullish candle to then get in.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. But this is buying, getting in above the resistance is a safer move. So rather than just getting in and holding one position, you can scale up and keep adding.
Okay.
Okay. So this is strong. This is a strong move. So yeah, if we look at the daily, I think it will go higher. So we could get a move like this, before we get, because you have to understand, guys, this is an early move here. From this buy on the daily, right? On a daily, this is a daily. So from this buy signal here, I just want you guys to take a look at this. Hey, Gary.
Hey, what's going on, boss man?
How are you?
I'm just getting out of work, man. Jumped in here.
Oh, perfect. Perfect. Okay, so let's if we look here, and once you guys get going, you'll understand when you've got a real move happening. Okay, so this here is an early buy on Bitcoin. Okay, so this is an early buy. We got a buy signal here. This triangle right here, that's an early buy. Okay, that's an early breakout. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's what, 2 weeks worth of trading. That's early, and that's why I think this move, Bitcoin could go to 70,000. Okay, because this is
you're celebrating, the crowd going nuts, you're being detected by your teammates.
Hey guys, we getting some feedback. Okay. Okay. So guys, this is, if you look here, this is an early move. This is an early move. If you look here, this move here, that was almost 8 months. Hey guys, do you have something?
Yep.
Yeah, some noise in the background. Gary?
Right. Yeah, that's my TV, sorry.
Okay, thanks, brother. Thank you. Okay, so guys, this is important here, okay? This move failed. This buy signal here, this move failed, right? If this move doesn't fail, right? And it might not, because guess what? We don't have, this move failed here because we were dealing with this consolidation in here, right? So let's bring this down in here. follow me for a second here.
And I got a question for you when you're done.
Okay, so we had tough resistance, a lot of support and resistance in here, a lot of consolidation in this area here. Okay, so getting past this area here, there's the 50,000 mark. The 50,000 mark was very big support and resistance area here. So that 50,000 mark was a big area here. Okay, and that's one of the reasons why we got knocked down before here. Okay, now we've gotten past that area. Not only have we gotten past the 50,000 area, we also looking to get past the 60,000 area. For whatever reason, Bitcoin right now, the 10,000 was the first one. 10,000, 20,000, 30,000. Okay, let's draw this here. Just follow me for a second. This will make sense. So here was 10,000 back in here. That was a lot of support. So a lot of support, resistance, support in this area. 20,000 right in this area here, right at 20,000, this area here we had a lot of consolidation. Right at the 30,000, you guys remember this mark, right? You remember this, the 30,000 mark? We were looking for Bitcoin to break support at that 30,000 mark, and it held it. Yeah, Kim, you talked about this the other day, right? That 30,000 mark was a big number there. Okay, and then the next whole number is that 40,000 mark. Here was that 40,000 mark, right? 40,000, it held right here. It held the support right here. Okay, so 10,000, 20,000, okay, 30,000, 40,000, 50,000, and now we just got above this 60,000 mark. This here is about 63, 64,000, 65,000 right here. That's not a big deal. Where we're gonna find consolidation based on previous pattern with Bitcoin is that at the whole numbers. So that's what I'm saying. If I was a betting man, I would bet that Bitcoin will go to 70,000 and then perhaps get some consolidation in that area. And then we'll see from there. Okay. You guys see that?
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So right now, we're getting any support and resistance. And so we'll look for this to move higher. So just hold. Don't sell. And here's the 240 here. All right. Anything else?
My part.
Thanks again, Randy.
Hey, David.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to show any of the ones that the new software product you have recommended on Friday for the Friday Monday trade? Is there any of them that you wanted you could show us that you guys have gotten out of that has made a decent move?
Yeah, so we'll look at Sniper. We closed the Sniper, so we can go over. We closed Apple rather in Sniper, so we can go over that. We went over it earlier, Kim,
Okay.
before you got on. But yeah, let's go over that. So here was what hurt us a bit on Apple is whenever the market opens down, opens low, okay, any of your calls, any of the calls we have, will react to that. Okay, so it doesn't matter how strong your stock is or company, it doesn't matter, right? If the market, they're going to follow the market. So the market opened down, I think it was like 130, I'm not sure, but I know it opened down when the market opened this morning. We looked at the futures, and the futures were down. So on Apple, it gapped down for the morning. Okay, the market recovered. So what we want to understand is this, right? Never take trading personally. All right, never take trading personally. So we can do everything right, okay, but we still need things to fall in place. So just remember, when we do calls, we need the market to hold and be somewhat bullish. That's why we need buy signal on the indexes to really start to put money to play. We need buy signals, okay? So the market opened soft and Apple gap down. We were expecting news around 1 o'clock because they're launching some new products, right? So we stayed in, okay, it recovered. We took a small profit on it, and we got out about right in this area here, right in this area. We got out before this sell signal right in here. So purple support and resistance come in, and we got out about right in here. So we made a little bit of profit. What we should have done though, and it's always risky when the market is behaving this way, is taken half of the table, okay, in anticipation of that news here, taking some profits off the table, close half of the trade and then hold it. Okay, because this is what happened after the news came out, and we were expecting this news at 1 p.m.
Darn.
Right?
Yeah,
we were expecting this move, and we should just held a little bit longer. But after this sell signal here, this red candle coming in here, and the way the market's been behaving, it's just too risky to hold on. But half would have been okay. So Kim, that's how we played it. So we got out here, and we closed the complete trade here. But what we should have done was held just for a little bit, because it was good news. It was good news for Apple. Yeah.
we should have held on, man.
Yeah, we
Darn.
a little bit, just a little bit longer.
Can we see our other two positions?
No, I rather wait.
Okay, all right.
I rather wait on those, because I don't, when we do these trades here, it's not really not based on the charts. Yes and no, right?
Okay.
I'll
Based
go
on news.
based on news. I'll go ahead and do it this time, but what I don't want, because we're still in the trades, and what I don't want any of the information we do here to influence our decision. Okay. Let's see here. So we're looking at Ford. So here is Ford. And there's data coming out on Ford on Wednesday, I believe. Let's see here. So if we look at Ford here, So we've got a buy signal here. This is on the daily. So it looks strong. It's holding a nice buy. You see that, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll hold it. We'll hold it. But it's not just based on the chart. They've been buying, as you know, on Friday, that open interest was really strong. So they've been buying. They've been buying the options on Ford. Okay, so we're gonna give it a little time to move. But Apple, yeah. So if you guys were wondering about Apple, that was the play. And if the market was stronger, right? If the market, if you look here, so if the market wasn't doing this, we probably would not have sold Apple at all. Probably just held the whole thing. Okay. We probably just held, but when it's choppy like this, sometimes we're gonna take profits and run. That makes sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when the news is coming out late in the day like that, after lunch, 1 p.m., it's a bit risky. But that was a good trade here. I mean, that was nice. Yeah, that's a nice move here to the upside. Yeah, that's a nice move. The options, they moved from here to here. Was about, I think, a 60 cents move in the option. Yeah. All right. Anything else? Nothing on Forex?
No, I'm good.
Gary, you in Forex?
Yeah.
Which pairs are you in?
Let me see.
Please tell me in. Just give me one or two.
I can't remember by heart. I'm trying to open up the app to look at it right now.
Okay.
Hey, David, I'm still in NZD USD.
NZD USD.
I've been in that one since I've been in that one since 10/13.
10/13.
Yeah.
Good job. Are you going to add to your position?
Yeah, I was looking at that, and I know I look at a few other indicators that you don't, and we're holding pretty good. So I'm at the perfect position where I should be adding right now.
Yeah, I would
basically I look at some other things that you don't, but they're telling me the exact same thing.
Yeah, so yeah, I would say if it gets past this resistance, that would be a good area to add. So we're looking at 70, right at 70, 78 to 81. So that's about 300%. 300 pips, right, Kim?
Yeah, and also too, if you look at NZD USD, it's pretty much the same, but you got a few more pips on USD, NZD, JPY.
Yeah. So guys, that's if you ever, when you have options like this, when
I have NZD JPY.
You have NZD JPY too? Okay, good. Good man.
Yeah, and I have NZD JPY as well.
Which one?
NZD JPY.
And then you have, which is the other?
And I just got those two, USD JPY and
Oh,
NZDJ.
USD JPY. Okay. Where did you Gary, where did you on NZD JPY, which area did you get in? You remember?
I got in on the buy signal on the day.
You got in on the buy signal on the day?
Yeah. If I miss it, I won't try to get in later. I believe I got in on the day of a couple of days ago, right?
Okay.
Within the last week.
Change your chart to the 240. Okay.
Yeah, I'm looking at the 240.
Yeah. So yeah, okay. Okay. So you
Yeah,
don't.
but my entry was exactly at 2000 hours. So that's like 4 hours before 12. So that's like 8 o'clock at night.
Okay.
When on the 13th at 2000 hours.
Okay, good. Okay.
Yeah, I got it on shit, can't really tell. 112.150
Which one?
for the USD JPY.
Okay. Oh, you did pretty good. 112. So you got right at the buy signal.
Yeah.
Oh, good man.
Yep. I
Good
got
job.
lucky. I just happened to look at it and it was there. And I was like, oh shoot, right now. It's like a random part of the day. I just saw it and I said, oh shoot. You
Oh
know?
man, I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you. Good job, Gary. Good job.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what you want to be doing is watch it. If it gets above this this resistance, yellow resistance, and close, we want it to close. A close is going to look like this here, where the candle goes through it and close, not the wick here, the whole candle here goes and close. We want to get another position. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we want to do that. When you guys are looking at these pairs, you see all these pairs, and I think Kim had mentioned NZD USD, and that the yen pairs will move in. All right, so NZD USD, take a look at this. NZD USD, right? You see this move here? That's a small move compared to NZD JPY.
Yeah.
Okay, so whenever you have an option to trade, we always want to go to the yen pairs. This will move also, right? But your biggest bang for the buck is going to be with the yen pairs. Always the yen pairs. When the yen pairs are making a move, we want to be all over them, because those pairs will be your largest movers in Forex. Okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So whenever, because you only have so much capital, right, to put to work. So if they're moving, get on them. You always want to be looking in Forex to the yen pairs. Always. If they're consolidated, wait. But if they're moving, and now we're going short, so whether they're moving long or short, you want to be on top of it. Okay, and then so we want to when the yen pairs are moving and they're up in this area in here, right?
Mm-hmm.
We want to be all over. You see here, the turkey pairs too, but definitely the yen pairs. That's where your money is going to be. And if you look here, here is the third largest mover, NZD JPY. Okay, your fourth largest, Swiss yen, your fifth pound yen, CAD yen, Aussie yen, Euro yen. That's your money right here.
Yeah.
That's what you guys should be trading right here. Okay. Now, when you look at the yen pairs, you want to take it a bit further. So then within the yen pairs, the largest mover is going to be pound yen. That's the big dog. So pound yen, that's the one. That's the first one. The next one after that is euro yen. They move. They move. So we're in this one here.
So the
That's,
pound yen,
yeah,
that's is that the GPB?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Pound yen and then euro yen.
The euro yen is the EUR JPY. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, that's the next one. Okay, so where we might get, for example, NZD JPY, where we might get 300 pips here, if we look at pound yen, okay, 152 to 156, that's about 400 pips. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so, and then euro yen, I haven't even seen this, but I know that let's see here. So right at 130, 132 and a half. Okay, but the pound yen, the way it go, pound euro, the dollar doesn't move as fast. Okay, but it's a lot sturdier. You'll find that it's a lot sturdier. The reason that it will be limited in its move because it has these pairs here. So it's part of the dollar group here. So these dollar group, they're down. So it's part of that group, dollar yen. So it sometimes it will hold back a bit. Okay. Sometimes the Swiss yen is a big mover also. So here the Swiss, the buy was at 120, it's at 123. So that's about 300 pips right there. Okay. And then the Aussie, New Zealand, so, but definitely the pound yen, euro yen, Swiss, those three right here usually move quite a bit.
What about when they're shorting? Do they move well too?
Yeah, they move really fast when they go short. They go really, really fast.
Okay, you gotta look out for that one.
Yeah, so just keep in mind when you're looking at trading the pairs, always look here to see what's trending. Okay, and always be hoping that the yen pairs take off, because that's it's pretty crazy. I mean, they really move. I mean, I've seen the pound yen move 600 pips in one day. So that's 600 pips in one day. Okay, so they move. But even with I mean, that's a pretty good move here. So that's from 10.7 to current. That's about 300 pips. Even with the others, 200 pips. That's pretty good pips. And once you start putting, you put some money in one here, you get 2 or 3, and you put capital to work. It really adds up. It really adds up. And then remember, guys, remember that the way we want to be thinking about this and trading this is this, right? So we were looking at the CAD pairs. So let's see here, the CAD pairs here. So we were looking at the short side. Where is it? The short side. Okay, so the CAD pairs, remember, they were the leading pairs. They were the leading pairs, right? So hold on one second. Oh, I like this. Okay. Okay. So the CAD pairs last week were the leading pairs, right? You guys remember that? They were all in the top pairs right in here, the CAD, and they were all going short, right? So we would have shorted those, shorted all the CAD pairs, taken all those profits, right? Taken all those profits, and now, right, take those profits and then now put them in the yen pairs. Right? So we went short CAD, long, right? Let me move there. I don't know where to put this. There we go. All right. Short CAD, short the CAD pairs, now go long. Long the yen pairs. And then,
Yeah.
what's that?
Say what a move.
What a move, right?
Yeah.
And then it's not over, right? So this is the way we want to think. And now, right? So the yen pairs at some point in the future, and we want to anticipate this, right? The yen pairs will give sell signals. The yen pairs will give sell signal. They'll go into a redistribution phase, a distribution phase. So we'll get out of those, and then we'll get another leading group, and then we'll take those again. There's always, if you focus in this area here, you'll always make money. We're gonna go from one to the next, one to the next, one to the next. But we got to stay focused, right? If you take your eyes off it, right, you will miss the moves. Like Gary, right? Gary, you saw it and you got on, right?
Yeah, as soon as I looked at it, I was like, hey, go ahead and do that.
Yeah, so let's say if you're on vacation or you're busy working, right? And you take your eyes off for a week and a half, guess what? You've missed this run. Right, so we always, and the cool thing about the system is that you'll know what's happening. You'll know in real time what's happening. Focus on here. I know a lot of traders focus over here, but here is where we want to focus. If we focus in here, right, in here, and sometimes I'll look to see what's popping up in the middle area here, what's starting to break out, okay, because eventually they'll get to this area here. But that's what we want to do. We want to get this, take all those profits, do this, and then we want to do it again. Over and over and over. Pretty cool, huh? Pretty cool. Anything else? The 240 is working out great. Yeah, the 240 is working out really great. I'm surprised that we get in great trades like this early, going from the daily. Yeah, so I think we'll stay with the 240 for a while. Yeah, we're getting nice trends, and then we'll get out early too once the trend is over, right? Once it gets in the distribution phase, we'll get out early. The 240 will still capture a lot of the move, but still get us out. You see here, this tight, it has very tight exits, very tight exits. Okay, so if Gary, if you in here, I know Kim is in here. If just there's nothing to be concerned with, you guys can sit back and just chill and just add. I wouldn't go heavy. Just, if it breaks resistance, just add another, whatever size you added, your initial size, just add another trade, another position.
Cool.
Okay. But there's nothing, if you got in this area here, there's nothing to threat. You don't have to panic. You're in the money. It's not going to spike down and get you out. That's not going to happen. That's not the way it works. Okay, look for, if you get purpose, support, and resistance, then you want to be concerned. Okay, if you get a yellow, I'm sorry, a white candle, then you can take some profits off the table. If you get a white arrow, then you want to just get out. All right, anything else you guys want to discuss? Are you guys good? We went over. I always go over. I talk too much.
Yeah,
No,
that's good.
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm good.
So what I want you guys to do is just spend some time over here. Watch what's happening over in this area here. And really try to be in the pairs. You'll know that you're doing, you're trading properly when you are in these trades that are up in this area here. You know that you're following the process. If you're not in these trades and you're somewhere down in these trades here, you're doing something wrong. You're doing something wrong. You should always be in these trades that are up here, in this area here. Always, 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 always. That's what's moving. And the higher the number, I mean, these are 72, right? 72, 71. Those are big moves to the upside. Okay. Keep in mind when they get that high, when these numbers get that high, you might get a bit of a retracement. If it retraces a bit, these numbers here will come down. Okay, they'll come down, but then if it starts to trend again, they will move higher. Okay. All right, guys, if that's it, we're gonna say good night.
All
Thanks
right.
again, David.
Thank you,
See you
Dave.
guys later.
Have a
All
good
right,
night,
guys,
boss.
take care.
All right.
See you later,
Bye-bye.
guys.
Bye-bye.